It's a debate that has gone on for decades. Does listening to music while you study help you to learn? Previous studies have shown that listening to classical music such as Mozart can help you learn. But for the iPod generation, with a huge range of music more accessible than ever, Mozart might not rate so high on their playlist. A recent study by the New York Academy of Science showed that listening to any music that is enjoyable has positive effect on cognition. Dr. Diana Kenny from the University of Sydney's Psychology Department says there are pros and cons listening to music while studying for your next exam.
The distracting part is when the music is so compelling or so loud or so interesting to the student that they allocate too much attention to the music and not enough attention to the study. But on the other hand, music can have an energising effect on students and a motivating effect. So if you're studying late at night and you're getting a little bit tired but you've still got work to finish, it can be quite helpful to listen to your iPod appropriate music that will lift your energy levels and just help you to get over the line.
And for students to get over that line, it could be rock or reggae that they're listening to. It's simply a personal preference.
I think with humanitarian-based subjects, then it's a lot harder because it distracts you. You've got words in the music, and often I find myself singing along to the music and not actually writing my essay or whatever. But with a numbers-based subject, I find that any kind of music, I don't really notice it because they're kind of different parts of your brain or whatever. So with like jazz or heavy metal, I find that I don't get distracted, but with normal rock or whatever, I find that I do.
I'm a dancer, so I do listen to like a lot of hip hop and stuff with really good beats. But if I'm studying, it tends to be more trance-like, but I also like a lot of rock. Yeah, so a mixture. Yeah.
Sometimes it distracts me. So I like listening to classical music while I'm doing maths. That kind of helps me out. But then, if I'm listening to more kind of mainstream popular music, it just takes my mind off my work.
Dr. Michael Jacobson from the University of Sydney Education Faculty believes music could be the answer to your study problems.
Most people find studying to memorize fairly boring, and so if you find the music makes it a little bit easier to put in that kind of time, then that's probably fine. But if the music's sort of too interesting in some ways or kind of different, it might actually distract you somewhat. But also the issue that you probably, particularly if it's more of a factual kind of recall sort of test, if you aren't going to be able to listen to the music in the test situation, again, it may be more of a distraction and it probably wouldn't be a help.
Whatever style of music that you prefer, scientists says it's best to choose songs without lyrics, which can distract the mind. And a relaxed mind is a productive mind, so make sure you choose music that puts you at ease. Tristel Yip, Sydney News.